Hello.
Well, hello again.
Hi there. Good morning.
Good
How are
morning. Well, good evening to you.
you? Yeah, it's
Right?
evening at my place.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
It's
Well,
really
sorry,
nice to
sorry it's
meet
so late
you.
for you. It's kind of hard to coordinate schedules with the 13-hour time difference. So,
Yeah.
how
Yeah,
have you
it's
been?
yeah, I have been amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Well, good to see you. And sorry it took me a little longer than expected to have a replacement project to work on, but
Yeah.
this one is, I think, a little more interesting and also kind of exciting for us to prepare. So
Yeah.
it came together as an idea. I got I got a call recently, probably about a month ago, and asked what I charge to be a keynote speaker at different industry events related to InsurTech. And I
Mm.
said, well, I don't charge because I'm not a keynote speaker. What do you, what would you like me to talk about? And they said, well, we've seen you so much on YouTube and on podcasts, and we think you're the only one telling about talking about the challenges that we're finding with InsurTech in the industry, and we'd love for you to come to our summit. And they're a top 50 international insurance agency in the world,
Okay.
and they have
Okay.
lots of employees that are going to be attending this conference and leadership. So I said, okay, well, let's talk about what you would like what you'd like the topic to be and the subject matter.
Yes.
And so I came up with some agenda ideas and some of the different areas to focus on. And
Mhm.
they coordinated and agreed, and we put together a nice agenda. And I'm working on the speech and the slide deck. And as I was building all that out, I said, okay, what could I do that could really give them something to take away from this event that they could actually implement and start small and incrementally work on a plan to start to put AI and solutions into their insurance agency and their daily workflows. So that turned into this package
Okay.
as a way to then lead them to a pilot. The pilot would be working with the SaaS company that I created, Aperionics, and then
Mhm.
getting our SaaS company implemented as their operating system in their agency. So it's kind of all leading up to that.
Okay. First of all, congratulations to you. And
Yeah.
it's really creative of you to, design this whole thing this way. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I wanted to share with you how it evolved. So what I see this becoming like a signature offer that I give away
yeah.
when I come and I have an opportunity to speak and educate. And then
Mm.
this is the value added offer that is too good to pass up because it doesn't cost them anything and it gives them so much value. And then
Exactly.
because I've created so much value and I've been teaching them and guiding them through their journey of discovery on how to really leverage AI in their agency, they feel so much gratitude that they want to do business with us and buy our SaaS product. That's my motive, my master plan here for all of this. So
That's really amazing and inspiring as well.
thank you, thank you. What I wanted to share with you is um,
Yeah.
when it comes to, I guess maybe you could tell me a little bit about your skills and where your strengths are when it comes to putting together documents like this or you know things
Yeah,
that were going to be presentable. And some of this requires design. I have a design team and a marketing team, but some of this requires design. Other parts of it require, really going through the style guide and just making sure that we put everything together and it looks really good. But also there might be some sections where in the design guide I have like a quote, like what Rodney said on stage at the keynote this, and that it applies to that section, and it's some sort of a nice designed area where you can have a quote, and then some of the buttons that need to function in the document, where it takes them back to home, which is called base camp. They can always go back to a certain section and things like that. So navigation. And then we're going to have sections of this that people could download. So it's a subsection. It's all together. But hey, if you want to download this section and make that available separately from this guide, it could pull that out. Or maybe we create that separately. It's a hyperlink to that or something. I'm not
Yeah,
sure exactly.
hyperlink added to that, and if they can click that hyperlink, they will go to that downloadable asset.
Yeah, so technically we're going to be making this guide, but then we're going to be taking pieces of this guide and making separate pieces that will be downloadable, that will look just as nice, but maybe it'll have its own separate
Mhm.
cover and its own separate navigation. So there's going to be some
Mhm.
branches when we get to those sections of the downloadable assets. But
Okay.
how about just maybe you just address my question with like the areas of expertise that you have that might apply to this project, or where do you think you might we might be better off putting some of this of the tasks required to complete this fully if I need to bring someone else in if necessary.
Okay, so from my part, I have mostly worked with pitch decks and some, annual reports for different companies. And I use the tools Adobe InDesign or Adobe Illustrator. But when it comes to Illustrator, it's like it's a very advanced tool, and there are multiple things that a full-fledged graphic designer do. But
Mhm.
I am more, my niche is more into this, corporate documents
Okay.
and yeah, corporate document layouts and formatting related to that. But when it comes to specialized drawings, or creating and suppose an avatar, uh,
Yeah.
customized avatar, this is not something I can do independently.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to like I know in the design documents we have, specific theme for the cover. And I don't want it to be exactly, but it's kind of going to look. So what I did is I provided a template, and I'm not sure if we should use that template or um, if we should use this template, but maybe just format it a little bit differently because I don't want it to be exact. Like Triforta is a different company of mine. So
Uh,
this product is going to be representative of Aperionics, and so Aperionics is my SaaS company, and I have a file with logos, but I'll give you the web address of Aperionics. It's here, and so you can see that it has a different logos, similar colors. Like we use the same colors, but we we have more of the cayenne flair and colors here in Aperionics, where if I go to my Triforta site, um, the there is some of that. It's more of a layer transparency that kind of goes over pictures and images. But it's more of the purples, not so much the blues like we have and the cayennes like we have here. Purple is more of a secondary color. So I'm trying to align this document with the theme and brand attributes of this website. So this image and this document obviously was created to align with Triforta, but there are some elements here that do
yeah.
align with the perionics. But so I'll let you kind of use your creative, you know, I guess,
Yeah.
um,
Uh,
yeah,
as far as I can do. Okay. So you see here I can see some mountains, right?
yeah.
So yeah, so this
I
kind
can
of
I can have all of this done with my team that does Illustrator. That's okay. I'm all right with that.
okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Like if
So
you just focus on from
yeah,
here, anything past the cover page, and you
okay.
can you can reformat this any way you want that you think makes it work really
Mhm.
really well, or you can reuse some of this. Um, I'm okay with using the same footer on page 2 and everywhere else, but obviously this logo would change, and
Mm.
this wouldn't say the same here at the bottom. We would do something different based on the design instructions. But the cover page, I'm probably going to use a similar mountain theme, but it might be a little bit different. And this background might be a little bit different. And maybe the text color will be a little bit different on the cover, just so it's clear separation between Triford and the periodics. But the analogy is still the same. We're their Sherpa guide to knowledge and understanding of how to maximize the use of you know agentic AI within in their insurance agency.
Okay, great. Okay, I can do a layout like this, or in fact, better, since I think this one that you're sharing is made using Word,
It
Microsoft
is.
Word,
It
right?
is.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in InDesign, we'll have more opportunities to, play with
Perfect.
it. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. I love
Okay.
it. Yeah. We do like the DM Sans font. That's a font that I've used on the website, so that's a font I think so we want to
Mm.
be consistent there. But other than that, you can design it any way you want, and in any InDesign is sounds perfect to me. I guess the only thing I would ask is if I decide to ever make changes to it in the future, the only way I could make those changes is if I had InDesign as well. I couldn't open it in a Word document. It's not compatible or anything, is it?
Um, it will not be as easily editable as Word document, because I
Hmm.
can give you the source file of the InDesign, but will have to know how to type in the InDesign and thing. So it might be a little bit more difficult than the Word, but I will give you the PDF version that I'll
Yeah,
design InDesign, and if you have the editing option from the PDF, uh,
I
that
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So in that case, you can, edit the sentences, like the text that I mean. The text can be edited in the PDF.
Yeah, just
Uh,
very minimal, but if I have to change something, it flows
yeah.
to a separate page or something like that, it might be difficult.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. So I
Well,
think that can be done in the PDF as well. Just maybe some design, like the footer, the design that we'll be implementing in the master page of the InDesign thing. So maybe the design will not be so easily editable in PDF. You'll have to use the InDesign then.
yeah.
But the text things, those you can easily do, I believe.
Okay. And then once I get a cover created, it will probably be, I guess I need to know what format, if we're going to create, and I'm going to have my, team that uses Illustrator, like that did this, make
Mhm.
something unique for this project. What format should they provide it to you in so then you can get it into the InDesign program,
Illustrator. They should provide me the Illustrator file.
the Illustrator file? Okay. All right. We can do that. Perfect.
Uh,
All right. Well, do you want me to include this Word document, or did I include it already? I don't remember if I did.
Yeah, I have this
You
document,
do.
yes.
Okay. All right.
I
Okay.
have,
So you have that already.
and I
Got it.
also have a design guide,
Yep.
and I might have added few comments there so that I can discuss with you in the call.
Yeah, let's go over your comments. You want to share your screen?
Yeah, 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 that would be
Okay.
nice. Thank you.
Okay. Let me stop sharing mine.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Whoops. I guess you could just hit the share button. Oh, so I'll stop sharing. There we go. I stopped sharing now. I think you're on mute.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. So this one is the design guide. So
Yeah.
here, okay, so here, first of all, we're coming with a 52-page interactive PDF, right? That is the main document we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean I think that's an estimate on the number of pages. It could be longer or shorter. But I think I may have added a
Okay,
section or two that increase the total page count. So you're right it's fine. If it's longer, it's okay.
okay, okay. And there will be like 6 downloadable assets, which
Yes.
yeah. So this, and then about the color palette.
Don't these are just suggestions. They're not hard design, you know, um,
Mhm.
decisions. They're more suggestions based on our website. And so I'm not sure exactly how it's going to look. Obviously, readability is more important than the color. So,
Yeah.
I'm fine with you playing with the colors. I actually have a color palette of the actual colors we use in our websites. I can send that to you, and as long as we're using those, because I use the same color palette for
Yes.
Triforta and Aperionics.
Right. Yeah. Like the main brand colors will remain same, but it's
Hmm.
just a choice that where we are putting which thing. Like for the backgrounds, would you prefer or like the backgrounds to be more darker, or do you want the background to be more lighter themes like white or, you know,
So the background where all the text is, I think it should read more like a corporate document. Um, corporate. Um, I would say, how would I compare it? It's more of like an operating guide um, for a corporation, but it needs to not be boring. So
um,
yeah, it needs to have it needs to have the leaning towards a technological theme, not so corporate, but at the same time readable like a corporate document. So it's easy to read, not difficult to
mm,
to view the text. I think dark backgrounds with light text is probably harder for people to read, so we shouldn't probably do that.
mm,
Maybe in some sections where we're trying to emphasize a particular, you know, there's a maybe a call out or a proof point or something like that, or a quote that I have. In those cases, I think it's appropriate.
Okay. I might have something right now that like and as an example, a project I was working on
Oh,
earlier.
okay,
Let's share that so that
sure, that'd be great.
yeah, so this one is not exactly a InDesign, but it's something they wanted to transform this into a document later. But colors are like in some slides they want like colorful one, and somewhere they want uh, a bit more readable white things.
Yeah,
That so
yeah, I think that's a really good example. I think it needs to be a
mix of
mix like where there's section, where we're transitioning from one section to another. Maybe there's some more color at that point
right.
that just kind of emphasizes that we're transitioning to the next section or segment of this operating guide.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great. So, uh,
But
cool.
more white space, I think, is what the directions are for
Mhm.
the yeah,
More readable for,
more readable. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
okay.
Sometimes simple is better, but I still want to lean towards interesting and
Interest
technologically themed, the
technology.
theme of technology. Yeah.
True. Okay, that's great. So, and in another section, there is about the master pages that we're going to create. There was mention about an elevation bed circle with elevation expert. I'm not sure if it's for me or for your illustrators.
I think I need to pull out what I need to do is go through this document and pull out all of the icons or images that I need to give the design team. I haven't done that yet. I was wondering maybe I might be able to get your help as you go through this, and maybe you could put those onto a build sheet of some kind for the team that's going to be doing the illustrator.
Okay, okay.
Would you be
That's
able to help with that?
Yes, I think I can. That would be helpful
Since
to
you're
both.
reading, since you're going to be going through it very, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, very detailed, that would be helpful to get your support on maybe just putting a sheet together that just says here's the list of items for the team that's going to be doing the design.
Okay.
And
Okay.
there's like
Yes.
icon library. I know the icon library needs to uh, uh, be yeah
Yes.
be created, right? So
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. That would be amazing. I will
sure,
list down whatever I need from them, and we
okay,
can, yeah, send. Oh,
perfect. Yeah, yep,
okay. And I think so far for the main document, these were the questions. And now coming to the six downloadable assets.
yeah.
Uh, so in there, I think there is a mention of a four signature prompt one pages. Those, can you tell me more about the one pagers? Where like you will be going to provide me the content for those one pages, right?
It's all in the main document. Yeah, everything is in there all in order. Um, so it'll
Okay.
be in the main document and it'll also be available. Each one of those would be available as a downloadable. They could just download that specifically out of the guide.
Okay,
I
that's
think the
great.
best thing to do would be just take all of the number of pages and start building it. And as you get to the section where you see the prompts, there's a prompt library of 21 prompts, and then there's four signature prompts. So the 21 prompts would be a downloadable asset, all 21. And then the four signature highly engineered prompts, those are each of those four are individually downloadable as well. So that makes up five of the downloadable assets right there.
Okay. Okay, that's great. I will check that out.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
and there is a
And
mention of
the goal for each of the four engineered prompts would be to have them formatted as a one page for each. So if they flow, some of them could be a little bit long, and they need to maybe just you could shrink the font size and make the margins um, little bit narrower if needed for those sections, so they definitely fit into a one page design.
okay. Okay, understood. I will try that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay,
So
now
here
for
is the six. Yeah. So this is the list, right? Yeah. So four signature prompts. I guess I mean um, probably you could have all four of them as one downloadable document or four separate ones. I guess it could go either way. Um, so I see here there's the 30-day tracking. It's an Excel template. That's pretty easy. I can create that. You don't need to create that. The quick start roll map, that definitely needs to be downloadable. The carrier appetite memory log template, um, that's a fillable PDF, so that needs to be created. Implementation checklist, that needs to be created, and the executive summary needs to be created. So, and you can add a download kit page at the very end with a big button and QR code. So that way, I guess I could have a download kit. I could actually technically have a folder, and then each one of these items could be listed in that folder in numbers. You could download each numbered document individually, or you could download the whole folder if you wanted to. So I think I would have those options in the guide.
right, yeah. So if there is a folder, we can just rename each of the items, and
Yeah.
people can just click on
Yep.
each, or they can download it together. It's their wish. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Perfect. And I can create. I use a SharePoint for that, so I would just make it a an open, anybody with the link could download it type situation. I might create a landing page in the future for all of this where
Okay.
that those could be available and just take them to the website. And then that way, if I need to update the forms or
Mm-hmm.
update the documents, I could always change them at the same website. That might be easier later on.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. So, okay. So these were like the main questions.
Okay.
Now, okay. So you will be doing the Excel template yourself, and I will
Yeah.
get the prompt one pagers from the main document.
I think we need to add one asset here. We need the 21 prompt pack. I think we need to add that. The number one is actually going to become number two.
Okay. Okay. So
There you go.
here,
And
okay.
so let me tell you what it should say. So let me go to my documents real quick. So okay. Um, Control F. Let's see. Oh, I have to go to the table of contents. Top 21 prompt library. That's what it would be called. Yep. That's the first asset that they would download. Yeah. So it's
Okay.
basically going to be all 21 that we have created and formatted into one downloadable asset. So technically it's going to be seven now. So
Okay. So you already have this top 21 prompts.
it's in the body of the of document number two. It's all flows in order, the table of contents, every section. One section is all 21 prompts all listed. Another section is the four prompts, the four
Mhm.
fully engineered signature prompts. So they're all everything is in and fully detailed in document number two.
Document number two.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yep.
Great.
Yep. I tried to make it as simple as I could for copying and pasting and formatting. That's really all I have left is copying, pasting, and formatting.
Um,
So I did all the heavy lifting. I think. I don't think I missed anything, but if you catch anything, just let me know.
okay, sure, sure. Thank you.
Hmm.
Okay. So now that we have discussed everything, so in the let's come to the final part where we can discuss how we can move from
Yeah,
here.
sure.
Oh, okay. So like in the previous order, we worked on integrating and formatting a 140 pages document, but unfortunately, there were around 5 to 6 sections missing, right? So I said that I promised you that I would discount you from the next project.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah. So just let me know what you decide after reviewing
Mm.
this, unless you have a number to share now, or you could always put that into
Yes.
the Fiverr.
Yes. Sure. I think it would be best if I can, go through all this
Sure.
again,
Yep.
and yeah, and I will send you the quote.
Yep.
Uh, okay.
Perfect.
Oh,
Perfect. Based on your current just kind of early indications now, I know you haven't gone through it entirely, but what type of time frame do you estimate it might take to complete this project?
uh, I believe timeline of 12 to 15 days would be best.
Okay.
Uh, but of course, depending on the workload, it can be completed earlier, or if we both are on, simultaneously in touch and, if I'm getting feedbacks from you, then I believe it can be completed earlier. But yeah,
Yeah,
keeping up,
no, but 15 days works with my schedule. I'll just tell you the date of my event. So I have all the way up into um, I would say, well, I'll have to be at the event in May. So it's May 5th is where the event where I'm speaking, and I wanted to send it to them ahead of time, probably a couple days ahead of time to review. Um, but if we, today's what, the 24th. So If this was done by the 10th of April, let's say, that's 10, or maybe the 15th of April 15th. Yeah, and that still gives us a couple of weeks to fine tune it from there.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay, just one thing I wish to let you know that I think from 8th to 11th of March, uh, yeah,
Well, we're
eight,
past the 8th of 11th of March.
yeah, yeah. I may not be directly available in fiber, but before that, if we can complete the project, that would be amazing. But if we
Do you
do,
mean April 8th?
yeah, yeah.
April 8th. Okay, sure. I'm available anytime whenever you'd like to get together next. So,
Mm.
um, but yeah,
All
no
right,
problem.
right, yeah.
So I think the first step, well, obviously, be confirming, what the fee will be based on our discussions, and then
Mhm.
we'll get that confirmed through Fiverr. And then first step would be is if you could put a list together of all of the items I need to hand off to the Illustrator team, they can start working on that.